Howdy neighbors, welcome back to the Noya Mountain Music Teaching Channel. Today we are going to be looking at a hybrid device. Yay! It's the Staggered Slidey Lick, okay? So this is a combination of staggered arpeggios and the Slidey Lick. If you don't know those licks, here is the staggered video that you can check out. And then you can also check out the Slidey Lick. We're not going to be teaching those individually. We're going to be teaching you how to combine those into a unique and creative Monroe device that you can pop into your jamming. All right, so here's what it sounds like. All right, so with the modern count, the 16th notes are going to sound like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and... Okay, so I guess I should go ahead and teach it note for note. So you're starting with the downstroke on the open G, then an up and a down on the 4th fret, up and a down on the open D, up and a down on the 5th fret of the D. Okay, so that's your 2 beats of the staggered arpeggio. 1 E and a 2 E and... Now we're going to get into the back half of the Slidey Lick. That starts with an upstroke on the 1st fret of the A. You're going to slide your first finger onto the 2nd fret with a downstroke, up to the 5th fret of the A with an upstroke, downstroke on the 3rd fret, then come back to your 1st fret with your first finger, upstroke, slide your first finger up to the 2nd fret with a downstroke, then up and a down on the 5th fret of the D. Okay, that's the whole thing. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and. So once again, the first half, 1 E and a 2 E and. Now realize that just because that's the first half, that there is one more upstroke in that second beat, and that's going to be the 1st fret of the A. And so the downbeat of the 3rd beat starts on the 2nd fret of the A. But before we do, please like and subscribe. And go ahead and hit that little bell there for the notifications, and you'll get all the good stuff from Noya Mountain Music. Thank you. And please consider becoming a patron on patreon.com/Noya Mountain Music. It's down and up the whole way. Down, up, 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 down. Just make sure that you don't make the mistake of playing 2 strokes on the open G and then moving on your downstroke. So with the staggered texture, you're going to be moving on your upstroke. Down, up, 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 down. It's just that easy, neighbors. Let's check out some context here. So if we pop it into Blue Ridge Cabin Home, we're going to be coming into the 4 chord with the melody. Okay, so let's get Blue Ridge Cabin Home in our melody. There's a, I love those hills of old Virginia. So the 4 chord, the C chord, starts on Virginia. That's the melody. Virginia, from those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. If you want to start this hybrid device with a little pickup note action, you can start on the 5th fret of the G and walk it down the scale. 5, 4, 2, open. Those will be all 8th notes, so long notes. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and 1 and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. It's just that easy to pop in your old hybrid device, the Staggered Slidey, into cool jam session tunes. Let's see what it feels like in the key of A, okay? So when you get up into your chordal position, the 3-finger chop A, everything's going to be the same with the back half of the slidey, position-wise, all right? What's going to be different is that you're going to be fretting the first 3 arpeggio notes, which were open. You're using the 4th fret, but now we're going to go 2, 6, 6 on the D up to the upstroke and downstroke on the 2nd fret of the D, and then kind of change it out of that position to get your upstroke and downstroke on the 7th fret of the D before the back half of the Slidey Lick. So here's what it sounds like in A. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and, just like that. And because this is a closed position, you can use it for B flat, B, C. It would also work even up into C sharp, not that you play that very often, or D. If you're doing Blue Ridge Cabin Home in the key of A, it might sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 E and 3 and a 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah. So you can see how learning these modules is so effective to pop them into your improvising. You don't always have to lead with a melody. Sometimes putting a little bit of the Monroe style texture at the beginning of your break can add good flavor, especially when you're coming back to the melody strong and clear and coherently over the next chord change. In this case, that'd be the 4 chord over the D, and then melody into the E. And then again, you can walk it back down into the beginning of the hybrid device again. This time you could use the open D if you wanted to, with all those downstrokes, and 4 and 1 to start your hybrid slidey lick there. You can add an upstroke at the end of the device. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. It would be on the open D if you're in A. It'd also be on the open D just about, you know, whatever key you're playing in from G all the way up to D. That's how you can become a little bit more fluid with the tremolo with your right hand. Last time, I slid from the 3rd fret into the 4th fret. That's a nice variation. You can also kind of do that here. You could even slide into the root note of the chordal chop. Just like that. You could use it on, you know, I'll Fly Away. If you started out with the melody, some glad morning. A little variation there, so if you're doing it stock, it'd be like this: 1, 2, 3. Something like that. Will the circle be unbroken? Would sound like this: will the circle be unbroken? Little I solid light. I wonder so aimless. Hybrid device. It's just that easy to pop these Monroe style modules into your jamming. So hope you've enjoyed this quick little video. If you like the video, smash the old like button. That's going to help us out with our algorithm and all that kind of stuff. If you'd like to support the channel further, please think about becoming a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/Noya Mountain Music. And a big thanks and howdy to all the folks that have been supporting us there. You can check out all the different tiers of rewards, and note for note lessons, and the lick of the month. And there's even a free workshop for the folks at the family tree level. So check all that stuff out, and we will see you on the next one.